Hello, dearest friends. It's me. I mean, who else would it be? But also, I have a question. Or rather, I was sent a question. Or reposted a question? Either way, this was a repost by Reddit user Lady Angela 13. I had to make sure I read that right because I accidentally went over it and Reddit was like, you want all the mod tools on screen at one time? No, actually. No, I don't. Please don't do that. That's very annoying. This is originally by Reddit user MoreConcern3267. So, this is a question. This is from the Am I the Asshole subreddit, which I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to say in the first few minutes of this video, but, fuck it. Anyway, here is the question, and so shall we answer. Am I the asshole for making all the women in my family leave after they all showed up to my wedding wearing white? Oh. See, I can already see a bunch of, split hair things. Well, maybe it wasn't, but you know what that means. You and I both know what that means. There's more, though. Let's keep reading. I, male 33, have a large family. Most aunts and female cousins aside from mom, stepmom, stepsister, and grandmother. I don't know how to say this, but all of these women I mentioned above are into teasing and joking. They formed a unit, which I admit is kind of toxic, and they tease and roast every new woman that enters the family by marriage by setting up quote-unquote tests to see if they deserve to be part of the family. Okay, yeah, alright. I've covered this before. I've already been one of those people that if somebody decides they have to test you on shit like that, in just a general, relationship, just one partner with another, that's already pretty bullshit. But to do this to somebody who clearly another member of your family very much loves, it's pretty fucked. Yeah. We're not even all the way through this, and I'm already like, that's kind of fucked. Or they'd roast their looks and styles to the point of breaking confidence and self-esteem down. Wow, that's... No. Oh boy, no. Then after a few months of teasing, they'd announce they finally welcomed them into the family. That sounds really shitty, I'm not even gonna lie. The newest member would join in on the teasing too, which is crazy, as my dad says. I agree. That's really fucking unhealthy. Holy shit. When I first introduced my then girlfriend, now wife, I made it clear that I don't want any of the women in the unit to come at her or harass her with even a single word. Fair enough. They went behind my back and roasted her looks and job, and I discovered they've been doing it on Facebook. Wow, what a bunch of fucking assholes. I had them apologize one by one after they gave her the "we're just testing the waters to see if she's capable of being part of the family" excuse. Yeah, here's the fun fact. That is OP's girlfriend/wife. Who the fuck asked you to do that? Who the fuck asked? Why you gotta be like that? They didn't want to apologize, but once I said I wouldn't invite any of the unit unless they apologized, including my mom, and everyone immediately apologized and brought gifts for my wife. First of them was my stepmom and my sister-in-law. My wedding was 2 weeks ago. There was talk about the women in the family wanting to pull a prank on my wife by all wearing white and called it the ultimate test to see how my wife would react. That is unbelievably shitty. My brother warned me, so I announced that if any one of them showed up in white, I would have them kicked out, including my mom. They said that this wasn't true and they would never do such a thing. But they showed up to the wedding one by one wearing white dresses, and each and every one of them was told to leave after they tried giving excuses by either making a scene or getting the men involved. Wow. Wow. The senior women of the unit, who are mom and aunts, also showed up in white but refused to leave. I threatened to take harsher action, and mom was pissed, telling me to step aside, but I didn't let her in. Good for you. I had her leave while the men in the family were watching, stunned. Dad was on my side and supported me a lot. I felt absolutely awful because my wedding was being interrupted by them making a scene. My wife was hurt beyond measure, but the women in the family were all pissed. My cousin blasted me on social media later, saying that I excluded all the women from the wedding because my wife was so insecure she couldn't handle another woman's presence at her wedding. Oh, you lying motherfucker. You know that that's not true. Holy shit. I had an argument with them, and Mom berated me, saying that it was supposed to be a prank, but I said they were taking it too far. And you're right, they were. Mom said that I took it too far by kicking them out because they were trying to get a reaction from my wife to see if she was one of those quote-unquote bridezillas and were going to change as soon as the prank was over, but I ruined my own entire wedding by acting so aggressively. Yeah, no, I don't fucking believe you on that one. You're full of shit, lady. No. I stopped talking after she said I had to bring my wife and apologize. I haven't seen the lot of them in 2 weeks, and they've excluded me from everything. Was I the asshole for how I handled this? There's a little bit more, and then we'll give our own fucking answer. I just want to explain that this has been happening for years. Holy fuck. The men in the family are split on this behavior. Some of them encourage it, like my uncle and my cousin's husband. One is now an ex. And some are against it, like me and my dad and my brother. B, the women claim that there's nothing hurtful in what they do because they claim it's just looking out for us men, and that their goal is ultimately to make sure the women who enter the family are decent. Oh, I have so much to say about that. C, my dad always ends up arguing with my mom and my grandmother since they're the ones who started this whole thing with their behavior and attitude towards other women. And D, I'm not sure if I should mention this, but my male cousin, who's a middle schooler, said that he made sure to leave the country before even meeting any woman because of this, and it made me laugh. Also, the dresses they showed up in were simple white dresses. Nothing over the top, but still, white dresses. I realized they went ahead with their plan even after I stated what I'd do in that case. Okay. Let's let's go over this one. First off, much like the ruling of the subreddit has said, OP, you are definitely not the asshole in this situation. I actually heavily agree with you. That is incredibly toxic and really fucked up selfish behavior from people who are far too old to be acting this way. For people who should be acting like a fucking adult. There's a lot of times when you're, talking about family members who may marry someone that maybe you're not a big fan of them. Maybe you're not a big, fan of something they do or their personality. But unless they're actively hurting the other person, it really isn't any of your fucking business, is it? There's a limit by which you have to just stop. And that goes as far as even immediate family. There's a lot of stuff that, like, for example, I have, siblings who do things that maybe I wouldn't do. But also, I'm not them. So, I'm not going to police their fucking activity. This shit, this fucking toxic, it's just a prank, bro. It literally feels like that. No, dude, it's not a fucking prank. It's not a fucking prank because nobody would do that shit to you. The fact that you think this is funny, oh no, we were going to change. Were you, though? Were you? Who the fuck goes to a wedding and brings a change of clothes like that? You know you're fucking lying. You know you're fucking lying, and you know you were doing this just so you could get a reaction. That is fucking bullshit. No. And it is absolutely fucking garbage. And honestly, the way you stood up to him, the way you stood up to him, OP, I totally agree with you. Actually, I'm proud of you. That is a fucking good point. Because even if this was someone else's wedding entirely, even if it was, like your brother's wedding, and you told them don't pull this shit, there would still be an understandable reaction. Because this isn't about them. I get it. A wedding, in general, a whole fancy wedding is kind of a selfish affair. It is about the people who are involved. But everybody agrees that that's fine. That it is about them. That it is about what they want. And that's okay, because that's what it's actually set up to be. So, them just getting all in this and being like, well, we have to make it about us to be like, oh, it's just a prank, bro. Like, no, dude. That's fucked up. You're not funny. Pranks have to be funny. And you're definitely not fucking funny. So, yeah, no, I agree with you. But to go over your points that you have here, I understand that several people in your family would be split over this. I personally agree with you and your dad. I think this is fucking toxic and stupid as shit. So, the whole... They claim that there's nothing hurtful in what they do, and they're just looking out for us men. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. You know you're lying. We're just looking out for you. Right, so you have to ruin somebody's wedding because you're just looking out for them? You know, I look out for a lot of my friends, but I didn't fuck up their wedding. Just saying. Sounds like you might be fucking lying. And the fact that your cousin, who's like a middle schooler, said he'd leave the country before meeting any woman because of this behavior, funny, if a joke, but part of me thinks that no matter how much of a joke it is, there's a tiny nugget of truth in that. And the fact that he has to think that way is really fucking sad. Like, Jesus, dude. What the fuck? This is just fucked up. It is just really fucked up. And I am sorry that you had to deal with that. And I hope, you know what? I don't know if you'll ever hear this, but if you do, I want you to know one very important thing. No matter what the fuck they think, you have one weird talking unicorn on the internet and his entire fan base who's got your back. Because fuck that garbage, bro. Fuck that. You don't need that shit in your life. That's toxic. And I hope that you and your wife are very happy and that you're doing okay. I hope you guys are just, you know, living your best lives and being fucking awesome. Maybe I should check out this subreddit a little more often. Either way, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please, you know, do the YouTube thing. Like, comment, subscribe. Mainly because we're a small channel and YouTube hates it when small channels succeed. So, fuck them. Do it anyway. It's funnier that way. If you'd like to support this channel in another way, I have a Ko-Fi, which is kind of like Patreon, but cooler. It just is. And a merch store, which is possibly the best merch store on the internet. It has yoga mats with weird Moonhorse designs on them. Do you know anybody else who has that? Most internet fucking YouTube people's merch stores just have like t-shirts. Well, I went above and beyond. I make fucking bath mats too. Oh yeah, I went there. Also, if you'd like to send me stories, you can send it to r/Moonhorse Stories. That is my personal subreddit, and I will see it. And if you'd like to see these things being recorded live, like right now, which is something I'm doing, every weekend we do live streams, and on Monday nights we record these. So, if that's something you're interested in, check it out. It's on Twitch. The links to all these things, and other things that I honestly can't remember, are in the description of this and every one of my videos, but not other people's videos. That would be weird. Anyhow, thanks for being here. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.